going on, Merc fam? In today's review, we're going to be going over episode 5 of the Loki series. Now, this Easter egg-filled episode was absolutely nuts. I hope that you guys watched it and you're here to catch up with your boy Merc on this review. But before we get into that, I want to make sure that everybody likes, subscribes, and go ahead, tap that notification bell one time for your boy. I just want to make sure that everything I post, you are aware of. Now, without further ado, let's jump into this Loki review. Before we get started on this episode 5 Loki review, I want to send a special thanks to everybody out there who has been liking and subscribing. We have made it to the 1K club. There are hundreds of people out there that would love to have 1,000 fans, right? But fans are only good for when you're hot. I want people that are gonna support me, and those are the people that I see in my comment section giving me the most love, man. Thank you to all my supporters. I'm gonna continue to keep making great content for you all. I just need you all to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for your boy, because I am not gonna slow down. Episode 5. What did you guys think? There's really only one more episode, I can't believe it, and this one was full of so many Easter eggs. As you know, in the last episode, Loki was pruned, Lady Loki pruned herself, and they are in this void-like dimension. What we've learned is that when you are pruned, you are not 100% deleted. You are sent to this void-like dimension where everything goes, all right? All the trash, all of the other people, all of the other buildings, things that do not get consumed during the deletion of a timeline is essentially sent here, and there is a being called Alioth. And he is this gargantuan hungry cloud who eats matter and anything that is alive. Like we saw in that post-credit scene, there are a lot of different Lokis. It seems that in this void-like dimension, you are able to survive if you can stay away from Alioth and find yourself some sort of shelter. So Loki gets brought to the hideout, and there he learns a lot of the details about the other different Lokis and what got them pruned in the first place. Now, I'm gonna give a spoiler warning here. I've been treading very lightly, but I'm gonna be talking about contents of the episode that I'm sure if you have not seen, you wouldn't really appreciate. So right now is a good time to go ahead, like, subscribe, add my video to your watch playlist, and come back and check it out later. Like I was saying, Loki is in this hideout learning about everyone else's history, and while this is happening, Sylvie wakes up and she's sitting in this car. She's about to get swallowed by Alioth, and as she's running out, she actually connects telepathically with this being, and she sees this rock floating in a galactic distance with some sort of castle on top. Of course, she gets away and she's immediately picked up by our guy Mobius. He scoops her up in this pizza delivery car and is able to get away from Alioth, and they are both able to get to safety. During all of that commotion, our Loki is hanging out with Lokis, and they run into more Lokis. I hope that you guys are tracking so far, man. We are in this trash-like dimension where they send people they don't like, and it's full of Lokis. It's like Mobius said in episode 1, Lokis just find a way to go against the timeline. It's almost like they're destined to screw up and be arrested by the TVA. It's at this point in the episode everyone formally links up, they come up with a plan to stop Alioth, and they execute it. We got to see classic Loki cast an incredible illusion, fooling Alioth, giving Loki and Sylvie the opportunity to touch and get to Alioth. Of course, they are successful with their plan, the curtain is dropped, and they finally see this galactic space rock with some sort of castle on it. In that desolate void zone, we got to see so many Easter eggs. We got to see the Thanos copter. We even saw a Kang building. In the comics, Tony Stark sells the Avenger Tower to Kang Industries, and come to find out in the comic book material, Kang Industries is actually ran by Kang the Conqueror. Like I said, the internet is going crazy with all of these different Easter eggs. I'm sure that you can check out new rock stars or heavy spoilers, and they will fill you in on absolutely everything. You know your boy Mark is just gonna keep it plain and simple with you, man. I want to just touch base with everybody and explain things that are really important. If you didn't know, in the comic books, Thor gets turned into a frog by Loki, but there also is a Thor that's a frog called Throg. There's so much speculation on who the final boss is going to be behind the curtain. Like I've said in previous videos, I think that it's going to be Kang the Conqueror, especially after seeing that Kang Tower. I've even seen this fan theory where some people think Miss Minutes is involved somehow in the TVA's creation, or she's working with whoever is making all these crazy things happen. Look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If it is not Kang the Conqueror, of Of course it's not gonna be Mephisto. It's gotta be Loki, okay? Think about it. The show is called Loki, and I think that the writers know us fans are coming up with every which way of how we want or expect the series to end up. We already know there's gonna be a season 2, so that leads me to believe they're gonna keep the show pretty grounded. If they introduce King the Conqueror, I think it will be completely awesome. But from the trailer scenes, we see a king version of Loki. Maybe it'll be some sort of flashback scene where we see the possibility of Loki becoming a king, or maybe that is exactly who is behind all of this in that little castle on top of that galactic moon rock. But what did you guys think of this review? Did you hate it? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you watch this week's episode? I'm extremely excited to see this finale. Who do you think the final villain is gonna be in this series? I want to see you guys put it in the comment section below, but you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Merc. It's been a pleasure, but I'm out.
But we know that you acting with all of this heat, melt you up like you plastic. Niggas will switch up on you in a moment, like a stack of hundreds. I'm never folding. Heard they changed on me, I never noticed. Hit her and her friends, once that's a bonus. At the top, but I came from the lowest. Married to the money, yeah, I'm devoted.